This is going to be a controversial take. Being Latino is one of the most beautiful thing ever. Our music, our food, our people, our customs, everything is so beautiful that the whole world wants to be Latino. But in the United States, being Latino is like being a curse, right? Because we are profiled everywhere we walk, right? Some people have to hold their passports. People need to make sure that they have proper documentation so that they don't get pulled by ICE. And there's other Latinos that hate other Latinos, especially if you're Latino and you're an immigrant and you didn't come here, quote unquote, the right way. And then there are Latinos that forgive artists and creators and people with platforms for not speaking up because they're okay with it, because they don't need to speak on it, because they're there for entertainment. Us Latinos, we hurt ourselves more than other people hurt us. There are times that we don't even know how to stand together in solidarity, because if it doesn't affect us, why do we care?
Puerto Rican and I'm Cuban and my wife is Colombian. My godfather is Dominican and we are connected to all Latino culture. Yo soy Latino, papá, por supuesto, muy orgulloso de ser Latino, papi. We used to throw parties. My mother and father would throw a party if it rained. And the neighbors would come like, hey, they listening to salsa and they're like, yo, it's raining today. That's the party. Like, when I think of Cuba, Cubans are so oppressed to make money financially in Cuba. But the one thing they got is beautiful energy, great spirits. They know how to have a good time and dance in the middle of the street. So they turn every day of misery into a day of beauty. And so that's one thing that the Latinos got, is that we really know how to have a great time.
This is a shout out to all the Latinos here in Spain. I'm currently living in Spain right now and I love it here. The Spaniards are so kind. But the Latino community here has just a special place in my heart now. I joined a volleyball team here and all the girls are amazing. But there's one girl on the team from Brazil who's made a big effort in trying to be my friend, and she even invited me to her family's for Christmas because I won't be able to fly home. And yesterday I had an English lesson at the home of one of my students, and his family is from Argentina. And after the lesson, his parents made me tea and they offered me these little bread bites with dulce de leche on them. I had like 7. And they told me next time I come over, which is next Friday, they're going to let me try mate, which I've always wanted to try. They also invited me over the next time they make empanadas and alfajores. Yes. And I am so excited for that. And then another one of my students is from Venezuela, and her family owns a Venezuelan restaurant right near my house. And they invited me to go try it out. So I will be there. And you know when you just know you're going to love something? It's one of those. Even my favorite cafe is an Argentinian cafe. I quite literally live off Media Lunas. No exaggeration. Just know if you're Latino, you have an ally and a friend in me for life.
Hey man, to my Latino brothers and sisters, the hard working, day in and day out, doing the work that nobody wants to do. Don't break any laws, don't commit any crimes. I apologize, man. I'm sorry that y'all going through what you're going through, man. I wish I could help. I really do, man. I don't have any answers, man. And I do apologize for those of you whose families are being broken apart and torn apart. Those that don't agree with me, you can come for me, it's fine. I'm still gonna feel the same way, man. Those are our brothers and sisters, no matter what. Hey.
Babosa. I'm proud to be Latino. If being proud of being Latino makes them feel uncomfortable right now, good. Because shrinking yourself is not an option, babosa. I'm proud to be Latino. I'm proud to be first gen. I'm proud to be the son of immigrant parents who built everything from scratch. But with the ICE raids going on, there are families living in fear because they want us to be silent. They want us to be scared. And they want us to dim our light. Pero escúchame bien. Eso no va a pasar, culera. Because every time you walk into a room as your full self, you are standing up for someone who can't. For the ones that are afraid to speak up, or for the ones that are just trying to survive. So keep showing up. Keep taking up space. Keep existing loudly and unapologetically. Don't forget, our culture is powerful, amiga. Our stories and our presence are not a threat. That's our legacy, baby. So no, we're not hiding. Con orgullo, we are here.
married, you should just be dedicated to your marriage. I don't know if this is just my mom and my dad or if anybody else relates, but if you are first generation Latino, my parents always told me growing up that having friends was a white person thing and that nobody truly has your back. And having that told to me since I was a child was really difficult to undo as I moved out and went to college. And not only that, my dad all the time would say something, I don't know if this is common in Latino culture, pero solo naces y solo mueres. Basically meaning you come to the world alone and you die alone, which I think is so far from the truth. But it reminded me because today she asked me, what was the point of having friends when you're married, when you should just be dedicated to your marriage and your husband? And I just giggled and left the conversation.
I grew up Latino, which means I'm very nurturing, okay? Because that's how we are in our soul. We love to take care of people, and it's very obvious. Like you know you're Latino when as soon as you leave the club, immediately you start doing head counts. I'm like, okay, y donde está Jose? Donde está Jose? I grab my chest looking for Jose. Like Latinos, we got something called chaperone syndrome. When I go out with all my boys, immediately I'm the mom of the group. That's just, like an alter ego takes over me. Her name is Gloria. She takes over for the rest of the night. People come up to me, they're like, "You got gum?" I'm like, "No." But sometimes the Latino parent in me does take it a little too far. My friend will come up to me talking about, hey, I think I'm asleep over at her house tonight. You know what I'm saying? I said, no, you're not, because I don't know her parents.
Bottomless pit with people. I get a lot of hate from the Latino community because my mother doesn't live with me. She lives in a retirement community. And all I got to say to those Latinos is get over it. My mom has a friend that does her hair for free. She cuts her hair, she washes her hair, she puts rulos on, and she doesn't charge her. So I told my mom, I said, I got a set of pots brand new from the TikTok shop. I would love to give them to her. And my mom said to me, you might want to put them in the car or you're going to forget them. I said, you're right. I'm going to go put them in the car. Later that day, she called me. Did you make sure that you put those pots in the car so you don't forget them? And I said, yeah, I got them. They're ready to go. This morning, before 8 o'clock, she called me. You coming today? Yeah, Mom, I'm coming today. Where would you like to go eat? Before she answered me, she said, did you make sure you put those pots in the car before you forget them? I said, you know what, Mom? I'm not even going to answer your question because you asked me the same question yesterday and I answered it yesterday. And the reason I do that is because it's exhausting to keep answering. It's a bottomless pit with people with mental health because they need constant reassurance. And I already told her, and she knows, and I know, that I already told her the pots are in the vehicle. She wants to remind me 5 times a day. This is the reason why anyone that doesn't have an elderly parent with mental illness has no idea. It's so easy for them to criticize you. Why doesn't your mom live with you? What's wrong with you? I think as Latinos, we have been conditioned from day one that our job is to take care of our parents, regardless of the situation. If that parent abused you, mentally abused you as a child, you got to take care of them. If that parent has mental illness, you got to take care of them. Just because our culture calls for Latinos to take care of their parents doesn't mean that we should. And trust me, I am there for my mother more than my 2 brothers combined. I live an hour and a half away from her, and I still manage to go see her once a week. Don't ask me how many times they go see her, because that's just a completely different can of worms.
Wow. Credit to all the creators in this video who made this video a meaningful one. If you have watched up to this moment, guys, what do you think about Latinos people, Latinos community? You can see that they are very nice people. They are very good in every area, according to the video from different creators that we just watch right now, that Latinos people have a good culture. Even those who based in US, they are hardworking. They keep the laws, they obey the country laws in US. They are not trouble people at all. In fact, I love what I watch and what I heard about these people. So you that have watched up to this moment, what do you think about Latinos people? Do you have anything to say otherwise? Or have you lived with them? Do you have any experience with Latinos people? Because what I heard in this video, they are good. Yes, Latinos are good people. And you also listen to the part that the lady that is eating said that the mother, as in the culture of Latinos, also taught them how to take care of parents at old age. That is a good one. Just like African countries, that you take care of your mothers, that is your parents, at their old age. So the woman said that is what the culture of Latinos also teach them. So what do you think about them? Let's share our thoughts, our opinion at the comment section. Welcome to Ijoma TV. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.